Hey guys, happy Tuesday, our Olympic lifting day, and we are going to be doing cleans, right? Similar than we do in the last few weeks. Some clean pulls with some power cleans. It's going to be every 90 seconds for 5 rounds, all right? So when you step up to the bar, feet right under the hips, reach down, find your grip, drop the butt, pull the chest up. For this one, we're going to do a clean pull from the knee. So I'm going to pull up to the knee, pause, and then finish with a pull, okay? If it's heavy, you're just going to drop it, reset, do that one more time. Reset, and then finish with a full power clean. Okay, so you're going to do those 2 clean pulls followed by a power clean for 5 sets, building as you go. Main thing here we talk about always in those Olympic lifts is keeping the chest up the entire time. Okay, trying to, as you pull off the ground, keep the shoulder and hip moving at the same time. You want to avoid coming over the bar too much. This is just to reinforce good position on the first 2 pulls and then finish with the full movement. So that is our strength today. Let's talk conditioning. All right, guys, we have a fun workout for you. It is a 12-minute AMRAP. It's going to be 200-meter run, 5 strict handstand push-ups, and then a 100-foot overhead walking lunge with some weight, right? Gives you the option of doing dumbbells or kettlebells. So let's talk about the strict handstand push-ups. So a basic position is, it's only 5 per round, so this should be challenging, okay? For the best athletes, we can add actually a deficit to make it more challenging if strict handstand push-ups are easy. But let's start with some basic stuff for the strict handstand push-ups. So the most basic one you can do is keep your chin tucked, start in this like down dog position, hips nice and high, touch the head in front of the hands, and push back. If that's hard for you, if you've never done this and there's room in class, you can actually use a band to support yourself. So if you put the band over your hips and set yourself up, and you've never been able to do this, this actually can give you some help, which is really nice to learn that position, right? Elbows are in at the bottom, right? You want to avoid coming down and the elbows going out, okay? So you're trying to really reinforce this position. So if that's easy for you, the next level up is to elevate your feet, okay? Same exact concept. Okay, hips nice and high, my chin is tucked, touch the top of my head, and push back through, okay? So from there, you can do the full thing against the wall, okay? Again, elbows in, touch, drive back out. I tell people all the time, it's harder if you stop at the bottom. So if you come down and stop here, it's a lot harder to push yourself out of this position. So you want to try to get tight, keep the chin tucked, squeeze your belly tight, tap, and push. Okay, and the analogy here is that that's like a bench press. You set up at the top, down and up. If you stop on your chest, it's going to be harder to push out. Okay, so those are some options for the strict handstand push-up. You can also use a set of dumbbells if you don't want to get upside down and do some seated, challenging dumbbell press. All right, so that's going to get your shoulders a little tired for what will probably be the hardest part of the workout, which is going to be the 100-foot overhead lunge. All right, so you need good overhead mobility for this. So if you cannot do this at all, you can do this in a front rack position, okay? But the movement is going to look like this. Overhead, tap the knee, stand, and walking through. All right, so the main thing here when you're thinking about with the arms is you're pushing up and reaching back. You want to keep that weight in a straight line over the hip and that back knee. If the elbow bends or the weight comes forward, it's game over. You're not going to be able to do the lunge, all right? So you'll see a lot of times people, and this is where the use of a kettlebell can actually help you because the weight sits on the back of your hand. So you'll see sometimes when people do this heavy with a dumbbell, they'll hold it like this so the weight sits back and doesn't fall forward, and it kind of gives you a little advantage, okay? But that's what you're thinking with your arms, is to reach up and back the entire time. So this is where if you don't have good like thoracic mobility, can't get your arms straight, it's going to be really hard for you to do. So feel free to just substitute a front rack position, still will be challenging as your scale for the day. So that is our AMRAP. We do have a finisher today as well. All right, so we have a core finisher today, so kind of fun. It's going to be sit-ups and plank holds. We're going to do 6 rounds. The goal here with the sit-ups is going to be 15 reps a round, is as fast as possible. So I'll show you how to do that. And then you go into a 30-second plank hold, Okay, you're gonna try to move between those as quickly as you can for 6 rounds. It's not a workout for time, but we want you to really focus on speed with the sit-ups and then trying to be able to recover in that plank position. So here are the fast sit-ups. You're gonna use your arms. So as you come down and up, you need to actively swing your arms up to create speed and power. But on the way down, you're also, it's not just kind of slow on the way down. You wanna actively swing and move down and up. So 15 reps, and then take a second to get yourself together, and then go into 30-second plank. So in my plank position, I'm pushing up through my shoulders, squeezing my butt, just trying to breathe. Remember, there's hand plank or forearm plank. I'm cool with either one, just as long as you're not sagging your midline, right? So when we're in that plank position, we don't want to be relaxed here. We want to always be engaged in our shoulders and engaged through our back, squeezing our butt, trying to breathe. And then you go back into the sit-ups with little to no rest, 6 rounds back and forth. And that'll finish off our day today, guys. See you tomorrow.